we could start just back in time and work our way forward, just growing up. Who were some of your favorite baseball players?
I grew up a Dodger fan from Southern California, much closer to Dodger Stadium than Angel Stadium. Matt Kemp, Adrian Beltre, Mike Piazza, some of my favorite players growing up.
I like it. And just 32nd round pick, if I'm not mistaken. When did you feel like, hey, I'm a big leaguer? When did that moment sink in? And what was the grind like just to make the show as well?
I felt like a big leaguer once I got to the big leagues. I felt like I could really chase the dream of getting to the big leagues once I got drafted. To me, it didn't really matter where I got drafted. I just felt like I needed an opportunity. Got into pro ball, and I knew that to some degree, destiny was in my own hands. I just had to go out and play well and do the right things. And I was able to climb levels pretty quick. I think once I got to Double A, you start to realize you're a phone call away. But yeah, I don't think it really set in until I got that phone call from my AAA manager, told me I was going to the big leagues.
And you mentioned it there, but just you became quickly, just beloved by the Blue Jays fan base for just, running into walls and making those fantastic catches out there. When you look back at just, those first years and, being a part of some really exciting Blue Jays teams, what memories come to mind and what was that like?
Yeah, I mean, just so many memories from being there. Obviously, a lot of them are selfish things, like my debut, like you'll never forget your debut. I'll never forget my first hit. Things I'm most proud of is, winning a division, getting to the playoffs, being part of that playoff atmosphere in that city. My greatest sports moment I was ever part of was Jose hitting that home run. I wasn't even on base, I was in the dugout, but to be in a situation of that magnitude and have a play, that iconic happen and being a part of it, and especially being on the winning side of it, it's the greatest moment in my life.
I love that, Kevin. Coming over to the Angels, having a guy like Ron Washington, and having one of your former teammates there, Ryan Goins, what has that been like for you?
Yeah, I mean, I've been on 9 different teams now. The first time's really hard. Especially getting traded early in the season, leaving a place where that was all I knew. I got drafted by, I grew up with a lot of the players. I grew up with a lot of the staff. I knew everyone by name in the facility. To get traded the first time is hard. You go into a new place and you never really know how another organization and your new teammates perceive you. What I've learned in my experience is this is a tight-knit community. We got friends on every team. You play against a lot of guys in this game. Your reputation precedes you before you even enter the door. So coming to a place like this, my 9th team, my 2nd team this year, obviously having the familiarity of, Skip, being with him in Atlanta, the GM, Perry, I had in Toronto, obviously one of my best friends in the world, being a coach here. It's easy to just come in and be yourself, but what I've learned through that is, like I said, your reputation precedes you. I don't got to pretend to be anyone I'm not. I don't got to come in here and feel like I got to be the best player on the field. I just got to be myself, and I got to do what I do best and, play the game the right way, play hard, lead by example, help this younger generation get to a point where I've gotten to in my career, and, that's just longevity. And, I'm very thankful I landed in this spot.
I love that. And, obviously the injury bug has caught him, but just to be able to be teammates with Mike Trout, just what has that experience been like?
It's been a little sad, to be honest, because obviously he's arguably the best player of our generation. Some can make, arguments when healthy, the greatest player ever. I've been in this league 10 years, and I've really only crossed paths with him a handful of times. I've actually only seen him play in person a handful of times. Being in Toronto for so many years, we only played him once a year, and it might have been a couple times he was hurt. Being in the National League, we never kind of really overlapped, and I was really sad to find out he was hurt when I signed here, and I was counting down the days like everyone else was in this organization that he was going to come back, and I was going to have the opportunity to share the field with him. But behind closed doors, Mike's is as cool as they get. He's just a super humble superstar, loves helping the young guys out, has worked extremely hard to come back, and I really hope the next time I see him play, I don't got to buy a ticket. Hopefully I get a chance to maybe be a teammate of his, play against him somewhere. I don't really know what the future holds, but I'm really looking forward to him getting healthy and returning to greatness like we know he can.
Well, you mentioned it there, man. Just what does the future hold? Because, yeah, and is this it? Like, this is it for you?
I wouldn't say definitively. I just knew where I was at. Getting released and fortunately getting picked up here. That, I mean, I'm on my 9th team. I'm like a cat. You only get 9 lives in this game, and not everyone's fortunate enough to walk out on their own terms. And given an opportunity here, playing pretty well, I still think about I might have this rare opportunity to maybe still be wanted by some people, maybe desired by some people, and maybe choose to stay home. I'm still enjoying it though. My family's enjoying most of it. It'll be a decision we got to make as a family. It's not just up to me. I mean, in this life, you got to be a little bit selfish. You got to be the driver of the car. And me and my wife talk about all the time with my kids. Maybe it's time I take a back seat, let them drive for a little bit, and let my kids be kids, and let my wife actually do some things that she wants to do and enjoys. But baseball's blessed us with a good life, and there's a lot of things outside of baseball that interest me that I look forward to doing. But I'm 35. I'll be 36 next year. Could I play another year? Certainly. Time will tell if I do that. But my outside interests aren't going anywhere. I do understand that. So it'll be a family decision. It's not just my decision. It's what's best for our family. And whatever that is, I'll be happy with it.
Kevin, that's beautiful stuff. Whatever it is, if it's another year, if Ryan Goins tries to persuade you to come to the coaching staff, or whatever you decide, man, it's been a pleasure to watch you play, and congratulations on everything.